Hey butterflies, so welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life for money and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes here on the channel because it's always appreciated. And a major shout out to all of the channel members as well as the members over on my website. Thank you for your continuous support, okay? So we are here with an ancestor message that I was feeling. Okay. And how can I put it? I was feeling this energy of you are better than that. And then I started feeling this energy of the importance of authenticity. Like of being you. And then I immediately started hearing it's okay to stand out. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not be like everybody else. You weren't created to be like everybody else. Your DNA is not like everybody else. Your fingerprints is not like anyone else. Your footprint here, it is for you and you only. And this energy of what I was feeling with this ancestor message of there's no reason to have to compare your point A to anyone's placements. We ain't gonna say whether if it's their point A, because your point A and someone else's point A still are gonna be different. All you can do is to look to people for motivation. And that biggest motivation is to see how are they living in their truth? How can I be motivated to find my truth so I can live and flourish in mine? I'm now hearing the aspect of if they jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? I ain't heard that in so long. I'm just getting the sense of paving your own path. It's important to pave your own path right now. It's something that I can't get what they mean by that. We have travel and talent coming out. Yeah. Take this show on the road. It's something about you paving your own path. That's the travel. And then you have some talents to yourself that you haven't been tapping into that have been passed down to you. And this makes me think about the Divine Soul Therapy session I just released today on the aspect of a talent that was passed down. But this energy is giving the sense of you need to start taking the trip down, the rabbit hole of pushing this talent out, of conditioning this talent. Okay, so whether, conditioning is like the working out, right? That's what sports players do before their season. They go through conditioning. They work out, they do muscle building, they do all these things to get them prepared for the year, their season. And I'm getting the aspect of, from this ancestor message, they are calling for you to separate yourself and go down this journey and this path of conditioning and developing a talent that you have inside of you. You know you have this talent. You keep being reminded that you have this talent. You get reminded about it. You get excited about it for about a day, 30 minutes, an hour. I don't know how long. You know yours. And then you go back to what you were doing. It's time to start putting your energy into developing this, taking the show on the road. Some of you all are meant to travel, or some of you all are meant to showcase something that you do like around the world. Some of y'all are supposed to create a YouTube channel and go through the process knowing that it takes time. Don't look at nobody else's journey, how they doing it, because what worked for them may not work for you. So when you judge yourself according to another person's metrics, you're the one who's left out. And that's not what's about to pop off up in this thing. We ain't gonna have that. The ancestors said they ain't gonna have that, honey. We got the warrior of ox and the Sphinx coming out with the hangman. We ain't gonna have that. Because what looked good may not really be all that good. A lot of people sell their souls. A lot of people sell their souls for what they get. And that's how they get to some places fast. Because they have an industry. They have the machine pushing them. But when you're doing something authentically for yourself, Hermit card, you are your machine, Queen of Scepters. You the one who have to make it happen. So for example, say you self-funding a project. You know, I just said I was finally going to get into making my first mixtape eventually. When I graduate, I'm going to finally do it. I'm going to have to self-fund it. I ain't trying to do all that extra stuff. And I just want to do it because it's something I always wanted to do. Okay? But take your time through the journey. Be that big boss of who you are. Of what you want to create and what you want to do. And know that sometimes you will not have the support that you need or you want. So you have to become that support. But guess what? You are not doing it alone. You have the guidance of your ancestors with you. You have their energy all over you, pushing you. Those days when you feel like it's too hard to do it, I want you to call out to that the first one that called to you. You may even have to dig back further into your ancestry line to an ancestor you ain't never met before. How I do that is the ancestors who mean well for me and my energy and my spirit, I am calling and asking for you to provide me the guidance that I need at this time, to help me see the path that is in front of me, to know what steps or actions I should take next. I always call out the ancestors that mean well for me, because we do have some ancestral energy that's rogue, okay? Some ancestor energy is rogue. It may not be that supportive of you at this time, okay? So make sure you are specific on that energy. Ask them to reveal themselves to you in your sleep. But how are they going to do that if you're not even getting a full night of sleep? So it's coming to a sense of having to prioritize something. I just saw the Chariot. Having to prioritize yourself and something else in order to get to where you say you want to get to. And you can't follow everybody else and what everyone else is doing, okay? We have the 8 of Ox. This is walking away from some disappointment or something that didn't work out for you. So some of you, I may have already tried this avenue before. You may have, tried to do this thing before and you felt like it was a failure. But your ancestors are saying the reason why you felt like it was a failure is because you were trying to do it according to how other people did it. That's the importance of shadow work. That's why I ain't no fan of the love and light crowd. Because they don't teach shadow work. They don't teach you how to get to the heart of who you are, what you do well, what sets you apart from the world. I would have never found who I was if I didn't find balance between the trauma that I've gone through. The low battery just came on. I said I wasn't going to go too much further than when the low battery came on. But finding the superpower in what I have gone through and what sets me apart to be different. If you know you still got some shadow work stuff you need to do, that whole faking it till you make it ain't going to do nothing. Be honest about your stuff. Be honest about your journey. Be honest about what you're working on. Especially in this world where everybody want to show up all perfect and happy when we know on the inside we are all working on something. And when we have more people being real, Which is why we have a lot of these love and light people coming out saying that they're antidepressants and they're going through depression and now they're going through this and they got to take a step back from everything because they were not taking care and balancing their shadow side with their light side. Your ancestors are saying, stop trying to judge your journey according to what someone else is doing. Because you're doing your journey your way. You don't know what they're going through behind the scenes. You don't know what they're doing. So instead of working through the problems, they're covering it up with pretty flowers and perfume and lipstick and nail polish and everything else, but never getting to the root of what's going on. But you are called to do something deeper, something meaningful. And the only way you're going to get there is by you digging deep down inside of you and seeing yourself for who you are, shadow and all. Because if not, your shadow going to eventually go rogue, just like Peter Pan's shadow. It's going to end up going rogue. It's a part of you. So how can you balance it? How can you take that shadow and create something from it? So for example, part of mine is with trauma and some of the abuse that I went through. So after working through mine, going through my therapy, then eventually volunteering and everything else, eventually creating books, creating work, working on my doctorate, focusing on trauma-informed care. I took my shadow and I didn't hide from it. I embraced it. I embraced it to allow that to then culminate into something bigger that is going to be able to go out into this world and help millions of other people. Your ancestors are saying it's time for you to do the same. Stop running. Address it. Deal with it. Do those journal prompts that I post every week. Created the Divine Soul Therapy sessions for these purposes. I want people, when they come to my space, to be healing, to be developing, to be elevating authentically into who you are. But in order to do that, you got to do the work. You get what I'm saying? We got to do the work. And every day I got to do the work. Every day I have to do the work. But I don't run from the work. I journal right, oh, my journal over there. I journal right along with y'all. It ain't something I'm just telling you to do. And so I want us to see this. The ancestors, that little ancestor said, baby, this ain't about you. My bad. My bad. Well, I apologize. The ancestors said it is bigger than you. Now it makes me think about this song by Big Sean. All I want to do is make my city proud, yeah. Wish all the OGs could see me, his ancestors, to say I'm proud, yeah. When you feel something you can't see and you know it's meant to be, you're going to realize that this is bigger than me, yeah. Hey, bigger than me. Go listen to that song called Bigger Than Me by Big Sean. What you are called to do is bigger than you. But in order to fully embrace it and have control of it, you got to address it. You got to address all of it. Address all of you. Fall in love with all of you. Even the dark parts. Even the parts that you want to be embarrassed of. Embrace all of it. Because without that, it wouldn't be a you here. When you feel something you can't see and you know it's meant to be, you're going to realize that this was bigger than me. It's about your ancestor, baby, not Moot coming out at the bottom of the deck. That's grandmama energy coming out, baby. That's grandmama. That's mama and grandmama. The feminines in your lineage coming out right here. This is the wife to the emperor. Don't run from it, baby. Don't run from it. And if you're going to be in this space, I know a lot of people, you know, they may not like it or whatever the case is. That's fine. I have to always authentically share the things that come to me because it comes for a reason. And I know that this is the reason why it's evolving butterfly. We all are supposed to be evolving. All of us. You're a butterfly. I'm a butterfly. We a butterfly. We're all butterflies. Who's that, Keena Kim? I'm a dude. She's a dude. You're a dude. We're all dudes. Okay? We all on this journey, baby. Trucking along. We just got different purposes and different reasons. So what's yours? What's yours? But if you hear me, not just listening, but you hear me, and you feel it, leave me some ears down below. Or elephant. I was thinking of Dumbo. Leave me some ears or elephant. And we're going to leave that there. I love you all. And as always, always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. And as always, continue to bloom.